Well, it is March 17th, 2022, St. Patrick's Day, and one of the first weeks where it's been above about 30 degrees the whole week. So we've lost quite a bit of snow up here in northern North Dakota. You might be able to tell, but I'm walking through some snow right now, so the odds of us finding some antlers today, probably not even that good. But I said I'm sick of sitting inside. Let's go see if we can find some antlers, kick off this 2022 shed season, and see if we can get lucky. Nick's down in Arizona right now, working on golf. He went shed hunting, a place down there. He ended up finding I can't remember if he said a small deer antler or a small elk antler, and then he found a okay elk shed as well. So he's got a couple antlers up on me already. We'll see if we can get that number evened out. He'll be back here probably about a month from now, maybe a little less, half a month. So then we'll really start hitting it hard for the sheds. We're on the board. I got into this main spot where I was last year, and I kind of found all their sheds, or where I found the majority of the sheds around this area. They've been in here though, for sure have been in here. There's all sorts of sign, and right over here I found our first shed of the season. Looks like actually a pretty decent one too. Kind of see the tine sticking up there, so let's go pick it up. Kind of looks like a tight racked one here. You can see the brow tine there. So I'll pick it up, see what it looks like. Oh, nice. Little 4-point antler. We're on the board for 2022. At least Jalen is. Nick's got some elk sheds already, so he got a head start, but not bad. Well, it is March 26th. Going out shed hunting today. Still waiting for Nick to get back from Arizona, but me and my brother Jaden are gonna go walk around a spot. But there's been some deer hanging around this winter, so not sure if we're gonna find anything, but go for a quick walk. Probably won't take us too long to get through this area. It's only like 20 degrees outside, so I don't know if we want to be out on any long walks today anyway, so we'll see. Well, I'm walking this yard that we walk just about every year, Nick and I, but Nick's not sure how many shed hunting days he's gonna have, and I came in here and saw that there's a bunch of ranger tracks, so I wanted to just kind of go around and groom it a little bit, make sure that if those guys came by here and they missed them, that I would get them in case they come back. But walking along this edge where I think I've found a shed the past 2 years, and we're making it 3 again this year. Every single time it's not been a very big one, but a shed's a shed, and I didn't think I was going to find any with how fresh these ranger tracks look. So looks like they were in here sometime earlier this week. So a nice little 3-point shed, or 4-point. He's got a little brow tine even. But I will get the pick up here and see maybe if we can find a couple more on our way out. It's actually already starting to get chewed on a little bit, but just a little guy. Well, found that shed earlier. We moved to a different spot now, kind of some more just tree rows with some standing canola stalks and corn all around. So the deer were here. Just found a fresh this year deadhead actually of a smaller buck, but kind of one that looks like he had quite a bit of potential. So kind of show you here. Looks like it was kind of earlier, unless the coyotes really got to him, but looks like he was gonna started to grow that kicker there on that left side, so could have been a cool buck, but unfortunate he didn't make it. All right, we are still at that same spot. I found the deadhead a little bit farther up on the tree row. Jaden was walking another tree row, and finally got on the board for 2022.
Oh, I was gonna say 2 points, but it does have a brow tine. You know, it's not much, but it's something.
But there's been a lot of ranger tracks up and down these tree rows, so we don't have very high hopes of finding one. Obviously, when you find them in the snow, you're getting pretty lucky because they don't stay there very long. But see if we can find a couple more. We don't have too much left of this spot, and then we'll have to go find somewhere else to look. All right, we're just heading back to the pickup, and Jaden got a last one before we move to our new spot here, right along the tree row.
They're getting bigger. They're getting bigger.
Slowly.
Slowly. I don't know if that's bigger or not, but more points.
More points. All right, the kid's hot. Found another one. I haven't even found it yet, and it's somewhere between. Oh, yeah, it's hiding behind the grass. Looks like another little small one, but a shed's a shed, and we never complain.
We're finding the future. That's what we're finding. The future.
Another little, kind of 3, maybe 4.
They'll get bigger. They will. Stick with us.
Well, we kind of just finished this little spot. We were actually probably getting ready to turn around, and Jaden found that one, so we'll take just a quick look around and probably go to a new spot. Well, it's still the 26th of March. I'm out here shed hunting. My brother, he decided to hang it up. He was going to be done for the day. We're going out again tomorrow, but I came to a spot where Nick and I usually check every year. A lot of snow, but there's these tree rows, and then there's kind of 2 big tree rows that surround the area, and they had horses in this place this fall, I believe, and they put some bales out for them to feed on. And the deer were coming in here, I think, in the winter to also feed on the bales that were left over. And walking up on this bale that's all kind of flattened out, and there's a shed laying on top. See if I can get it in the zoom. Yeah, you can see it right there. Looks like a decent one from here, but I mean, it just doesn't get much easier than this kind of a find, but not as big as I thought it was either, but still, shed to shed, we never complain. Kind of cool how his main beam wraps around, but missing a brow tine, or else he'd be a 4-point.
Well, it is April 3rd, 2022. Nick's back. Nick's on the board, so that's good. We're down on the prairie today, though. Some of the stuff that we've hunted before. Got a good buck out of here a few years ago, but we're always, when we're down here instead of on our northern property, we our expectations of the antlers kind of go down. But this is kind of embarrassing. We probably walked 2-3 miles. We were walking yard, hills and stuff, and we were just getting back, and I crossed the fence line, and the pickup is 15 yards away. And yeah, I found one 15 yards away. It's right here. I think Jalen set it out here for me, which is nice of him, because I haven't found one in a little while. First one was a year in North Dakota for me. Found a couple down in Arizona, elk shed and a mule deer shed, but look at that. Kind of fresh. Crazy.
Well, it's still April 3rd. Nick and I are still out shed hunting. We are at a new spot now, different from where Nick found that one earlier. A spot that I was here last week, but there's quite a bit of snow, so we decided to come check it out again. And I found an old one, and it's kind of broken up. It could be a deadhead, I'm not too sure. I haven't picked it up yet, but just a little guy sitting in this tree row. But pick it up, see what we have. Yeah, it's a deadhead.
Well, it's April 3rd. We're still down on one of our other chunks down in the area we call the Prairie, not up in the hills today, just because there's too much snow up there. But I actually just got lucky. I found this one right over here. It's actually underneath our one of our bow stand setups here. And Jalen was a ways away, and while I called him over and I said I was just gonna look for the other side, so actually I found the other side here about 50 yards away. So let's go check this one out and then go see the other side, and then I found another match set too, so we got 4 to look at here. All right, well, here we are. Nice little 4-point, pretty heavy, kind of one of those weird bases where it kind of comes off a little bit there, but good browse, pretty heavy. But like I said, this tree, it's a lone tree, and I don't know if Jalen can see it in the camera, but our tree stand's right up there, so kind of weird. But yeah, a little 4x4, but we usually don't get them this heavy. I mean, the bucks aren't heavy too much on the prairie, but oh, let's go see the other side. All right, well, this is where Jalen's standing, is where I saw the other side, and it's right through the trees here. I assume it's the other side. I haven't really got up to it close yet. Yeah, I'd say definitely the other side on this guy here. Yeah, same kind of, a little bit bigger brow on the one side, but there we go. And the other set isn't quite as big as this, but now let's go see those. All right, so yeah, kind of embarrassing actually. I walked by him, radioed Jalen that I was gonna meet him back over there, turned around and saw him right away because the sun was hitting him the right way. But it's a little set here, and tough to argue that this one's not a set. But yeah, little 4-point set here, and it's kind of cool. 2 matched up. A little chew in there already, but that's up there, a little bump there on that tine. And cool though, got 2 sets, and hopefully that's all for now, but hopefully we'll find another one here shortly.
All right, it's been about 10 minutes since Nick picked up that last 2 sets, and Jalen decided that was enough. It's time to find one. So I got out ahead of him, and we were walking down this big tree row that they bed in and use it to travel the food and stuff, and got to right where Nick is and spotted one up the trail a little ways. So I haven't gotten any closer than right here, so hopefully there's another one close and we can continue our set streak, but let's go get a closer look. Well, not the biggest, but we're on our 4-point streak. This one's kind of cool. Look how high that brow tine is. Kind of cool, like close to the G2. Well, those are never fun to find, but kind of the way it goes. It was a hard winter, so I'm sure a lot of these young deer, or if there's any weaker deer, they had a tough time probably making it through this year. So just a little guy, kind of sucks to see no matter how old they are, but yeah. Well, still April 3rd, and we're kind of doing a last minute spot here that kind of would be quick. I was in here earlier for my first spot of the year, but there was knee-deep snow everywhere, so I was basically just on trails the whole time, and snow's finally left, so we decided to come in here and found one. Nick thinks it seemed that it's from last year's, and it's pretty bleached, so there's definitely a chance. We'll see, but it is out in the open, so yeah, probably is last year's. Kind of has that chalky feel, almost a little bit.
The base looks like it's last year's too.
So, but it's 4-point, and it's a shed. We never complain about finding sheds.
Isn't that the truth?
So we're gonna head up to where I found that one earlier this year, and hopefully there's a less snow in there so we can pick up a couple more. So stay tuned. Well, we got to the spot where I found that one earlier this year, and as you can see, there's a lot less snow in here than before, so We just got in here and I spotted one through the trees. I could just see white tips. It looks like a 4-point. We'll see. I can't remember what side I found earlier of that one, but I'll know right away when I get up to it because it had kind of a taller G2 and a taller brow tine. So let's walk up to it and get a closer look, and then we're just getting into here, so hopefully there's a couple more.
White.
Pretty sure this is a different one. Yeah, for sure. Ready? Picking it up here. Definitely a different one from the one I found earlier, but so maybe that means there's a couple more in here. It's good. Pretty clean bottom there, base.
Well, Nick's back on the board, kinda. Same tree clump Jalen just found one in, and came up over the hill, and this is about as chewed on as they get. And it's not like it's super old, a couple of years, but kind of tucked in here so I can see why we've missed it in the past. But yeah, that's pretty. I mean, it's not even that old.
No.
It's just so
almost
chewed
looks
on.
like last year's.
Yeah, it does. I mean, maybe 2 years max, but I mean that's just brutal. Would have been kind of a nice shed too. Dang. Oh well. Well, we might just hang this one in a tree or something, because these are the ones that like to poke holes in backpacks.